Correlation is sweeping the nation. Remember, a correlation looks at the strength and direction of the relationship between two continuous variables. Okay. There are other types of correlations, but we're going to do the main one. It's called a Pearson's correlation. So we're simply going to highlight all the data, copy, put it into an Excel spreadsheet anywhere, and let me clean it up a little bit for you. And I'm just weird. I like to have boxes around everything because my eyes don't work that much. So the easiest way is to do this in Excel. We're going to go to Data, Data Analysis. Correlation starts with a correlation. Click OK. And the input range is all the data. I'm going to include the labels. That's something that SPSS does not do. Click the box that we included the labels and then choose where you want your output to go. Make sure your cursor's in the output box with it clicked. And then I'm just going to pick that cell right there. Click OK. So there's all the correlations. This is a correlation matrix because it has more than two. So this is sales versus sales. Anything correlated with itself should be a perfect 1. That's why you have these diagonals of 1. But this number, this is production and correlated to sales. This is absent correlated to sales, etc., etc. So look at the row title and the column title, wherever they intersect, that's the intersection we're talking about. That's the correlation we're talking about. So we want the strongest one. Now remember, strongest doesn't have anything to do with positive or negative. So the strongest one is production and absence. Production and absence. Production, let's get these up here so you can see them. Production and absence versus production, which is the same as production and absence. Order does not matter. So we're going to click that, check. And we got the answer correct. We got the green arrow. Let me show you how to do this in SPSS. You can simply highlight all the numbers, right-click, copy, open up SPSS, scroll, make sure you're in data view. Let me get you up in there, right? Data view, make sure you're in data view. Scroll down all the way to the right till you get empty boxes. Make sure you're in row 1, right-click, paste. And let's go label these things. So here's a hint. Right-click, copy, pick any cell, right-click, paste. But this time you're going to paste with, let me get a better saying, paste with a transpose. That puts them in the right order. Turns a row into a column. Make sure that they're following the rules of SPSS names, right? No dots, no hyphens, no spaces, nothing like that. And then we go back over to variable view and we're going to name these guys, and we're going to name them here. And it looks like I forgot to put these guys up from the previous problem. No problem. And these are all scale, 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 scale. Good. Now, to find a matrix of correlations, you go to Analyze, Correlate, Bivariate, 2 variables at a time. And we're going to just stick them all in there. Okay, sales through motivation, click OK. Don't care about options. And the default is a Pearson test. So let's look at this cable, this matrix table. Get in there, you. Hold on a second. But it says the same thing, right? We should have the exact same correlations. And the strongest one would be, there's right there, production and absence, negative 0.381. And don't care if it's positive or negative. Remember, if it's a negative correlation, when one value goes up, the other one goes down. And that makes sense with absence and production. The less absence a person is, the more productive he is. That kind of makes sense. But now the difference between SPSS and Excel when it comes to correlations, it will tell you if they're significant in SPSS. And because the sample size is so darn low, you're not going to get significance on any of these. But none of these are considered significant, again, because the sample size is too low. But that's it for this one. MGZ out.